So our third demo is for a application called OpenVAS. It's an open source software which you can download, and then this can be somewhat comparable to Qualys, Nexus, those scanning tools out there. So this will be kind of like a lightweight agent on your host. So OpenVAS is a vulnerability scanning tool. It scans all the vulnerabilities that are on your servers. If you have a big network with many workstations, servers, and then you would ideally want to find what are the vulnerabilities on there and then to patch them in real time. So this tool has a database. They categorize the vulnerabilities based on that database with CVSS score, and then it'll rank the severity, and then you would want to patch the one with the higher severities first to reduce down the number of vulnerabilities that are in your environment, because those vulnerabilities can be exploited, and then there could be bugs and then errors in the system that can be detrimental to your applications.
So we're going to install OpenVAS, and we're going to install this on a ESXi server running 6.7. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a virtual machine, and we're going to name it OpenVAS-demo. The operating system type will be Linux. The guest operating system will be other Linux, 64-bit. And we're going to continue. Here I'm going to install it in one of my data stores. And what we're going to do is we're going to give this 2 CPUs and 2 gigabytes of memory. And just for fun, we're going to give this 24 gigs of hard drive space. To install OpenVAS, I have also uploaded the ISO to my data store. We're going to use that to do the install. So GSM and next and finish. Now we're going to launch OpenVAS, and we're going to run through the install process. Here is the OpenVAS Security Manager setup. We're going to hit enter to install GSM. It's going to warn you about formatting the disk. We're going to say yes, continue. And now what we're going to do is we're going to install the community version. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to choose admin as the administrative user, and we're going to set the password as password. If you don't type a password, a random one will be generated for you. Once it's installed, you're going to reboot the virtual machine. And we're going to eject the CD before rebooting. Okay, now we're in the grub menu and we'll boot into Greenbone OS. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to log in as admin, and our password is password. Okay, now that we have the GSM login, what we're going to do is we're going to log in as admin before we even go to the web browser and go to that IP. And we're going to type password as our password because we need to finish setting this up. So here is the setup wizard. It's saying that it's not fully functional, so we want to complete the setup. So we're going to say yes. No web user has been created yet, so we're going to go ahead and create web admin now. And we're going to name it as web admin, and for this demo we're going to give password as the password. Okay, the user has now been created, and this is asking for a subscription key. Because we're using the community version, we're going to skip this. If you have purchased a subscription from Greenbone, this is where you would add the key. In this case, we're going to say no, don't download the feed because we don't have a subscription. We're only using the community version. And then now it's all complete. So we're going to hit log out and say yes. Now we get to log into this IP address here, 192.168.2.109. And we're going to continue. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to log in with the web admin that we created. So web admin and the credentials that we gave, which is password. Here we have the dashboard for Greenbone Security Manager, OpenVAS. Now that OpenVAS has been launched and we're in the web interface, what we're going to do is we're going to start the first scan. So on the top, by hovering over scan and tasks, we'll go to a new page, and this dashboard shows us the number of scans that were done, sorted by severity. If there are a number of severities, it will show which task had the highest amount, and the tasks that are sitting there by status. Here you can see that I had one scan already completed at this time frame, and you can see reports, and you can also go back and rerun that scan if needed. In this case, we're going to do a normal scan. If we go over the task wizard here, click that, and we can scan by the host IP, or we can go scan the entire network. So if we want to scan the entire network of 192.168.20, we would put this in CIDR notation, like so. But in this case, we want to scan the OpenVAS server itself. So I'm going to give it its IP of 109.